So this is the best that I could do for badass cop sunglasses. What do you think? I know, Eric Estrada would have me flogged. You're thinking that with the big fat check that Blue Penny Quarterly is cutting me for this story, Alpha, that I'd be able to spring for a set of high-end aviators. Let me let you in on a secret. The check I'm getting from Blue Penny doesn't exactly pay the rent. Doesn't even pay the rent in the mouse hole on my baseboard to the left here, or the mouse hole's mouse hole for that matter. But I digress. Let me talk a little bit about Alpha. I wrote Alpha because of all these insider trading cases you hear in the news, where some fat cat hedge fund guy who already makes $10 million a year at age 27 thinks he needs to cheat to get that extra mil to fund his dream house in the Hamptons. And I thought, those guys are human too. Despicable, greedy, loathsome humans who will be hung by the neck from the nearest lamppost when the revolution happens. But human. I should know. Because, despite the ersatz cop sunglasses, this cap at least is real. Read it and weep. SEC, Division of Enforcement. That's the Securities and Exchange Commission. In my former life, I was an SEC enforcement attorney, the cop of Wall Street. Not only did I have a cap, but I had a badge, and a nylon jacket with SEC emblazoned on the back, and a sidearm, a Glock no less. Well, no, not really. No badge, no jacket, no sidearm, not even a hot sidekick. But I did bring insider trading cases. I remember one case, I cold called a guy, talked to him for 60 seconds, and he confessed on the spot. They gave me an award for that case, my name in the press, and a bounty. I don't know what it is, but all the guys on Wall Street are convinced that government employees get fat bounties for putting them in jail. So, here's another newsflash. The aggregate bounty I got from 7 years' work at the SEC was approximately the same size as the check I'm getting from Blue Penny Quarterly. Anyhow, I bet you're wondering why I'm wearing this clever disguise for my first ever viral video op. That's because I now work for those 27-year-old hedge funders, and I'm required to adopt a nom de plume. That's French for false identity. We're protecting the innocent, you might say. Plus, I have a face for radio, so it's a win-win. In any event, I ultimately wrote Alpha for my employers, my 27-year-old hedge fund guys. Note to bene, boys. You step out of line and you will get caught. Maybe not today, and maybe not tomorrow, but soon. And I also wrote it for you who are watching now, because no matter how despicable and greedy and loathsome you think these hedge fund insider traders might be, I know there's a tiny little smidgen of doubt in your heart about whether you too, given the chance, might just be okay with making $250 million on a victimless crime like insider trading if you were given the chance. So ultimately, my story Alpha is a Blue Penny Quarterly public service announcement. Only you can prevent insider trading. So if you're ever tempted to take that little tidbit of news your Uncle Donald divulged drunkenly at the reception after your sister's wedding, just before he puked in the punch bowl, keep in mind, there's peeps at the SEC Division of Enforcement watching, and they will come after you, and they will be wearing much more convincing cop glasses. Be afraid.